It's 1973. There's a look at the newly named New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with their opponents. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Running with Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Murray now on 1st down. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They run with Howard. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he's got this down to the 35. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he slides to avoid the hit. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold him. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard, his third touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
Let's go. Smooth. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go, G. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. They gonna need some therapy after this.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Yes.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anderson Aho. And they will set up shop in it. Territory at the 42-yard line.
At the 42-yard line.
Ready, set. 49 to Mike. Let's go, D.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The tackle made by Levi Wallace.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Howard. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And Elliott puts this one through. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he finds Tyler Kroft. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now a 1st down carry here from McCoy. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Tight dog.
Tight. Hey, seam 6.
On play action, Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
On 1st down, it's Howard. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the crowd. That's it. Mike 49.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. And he'll hit Jeffrey, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st down, Philadelphia.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Micah Hyde able to get a hand in and knock that one away. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Mike 96. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. And 96.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 12. And an Eagle 1st down.
Yeah. 70 in. 49 to Mike. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. 22. 25. Check.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Murray. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Get him. Check. 53.
On second and 9, Allen. Throw left side, complete to Foster. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now T.J. Yeldon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
At the 17-yard line.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Double dog.
Here's Allen. He's got it. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
13 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to punch it in with Yeldon, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. T.J. Yeldon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Hauschka with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Ready?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Single. Eyes on 10. Eyes on 10. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine.
Murray now on first down. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Here's Murray from midfield. Ertz over the middle. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Hey, we got to get to the ball, G. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Now Murray trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They keep it with Yeldon on first down. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. So, well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Hey, Haywood!
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 22 yards there, a first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Draw play. This is Yeldon. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
But I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Check 13! Hey, home.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing on second down. Allen. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Yeldon. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the Eagles' 7-yard line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. They'll give Yeldon another crack. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Here's Yeldon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long fourth and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Again, it's Howard. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. First down, Murray. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. On the handoff, this is Howard. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. They go with Howard again. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down now, it's Howard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the Bills' 24-yard line.
Ready up. March 49.
So don't say nothing.
Watch out. 49 to Mike. March 49.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. 25 yards that time. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down. Yeldon was always reliable out of the backfield for Blake Bortles, and now he has a chance to help out another young quarterback in the same way in Josh Allen. But you look at the numbers a season ago, 55 catches, almost 500 yards, very sure hands for a running back. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
36.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and just like that, it's 3rd down. From midfield, here's Allen. That's Foster hauling it in over the middle. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff now to Yeldon. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Allen going to get this one to Singletary, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. To throw is Allen. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Back to throw. Allen. He finds Yeldon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
You ain't got nothing.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Now Allen. Buying time. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on. and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. There on the tackle, Shaq Lawson. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Howard. And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. So it's a victory here.